Hi, Amanda. How's it going?
Wonderful. How are you?
Good, good. Everything's going good. Cannabis is legal
Yes.
in Ohio now.
Yes,
No
finally.
smile. Yep. Sounds good. So, I want to get right into it. You know, really quickly, let us know your full name and the name of your business.
My name is Amanda Taylor, and I started a business and named it Anandamide Apparel.
Okay, and it's focused on cannabis related apparel, right?
Yeah, I started designing some cannabis t-shirts, and I put them on t-shirts, and then I put them on some hats and some leggings. I've done aprons in the past. Yeah, it was all cannabis related.
Nice, nice. And where can anybody watching this video, where can they go see your product?
My website's not complete yet. I'm still building that. But I am a vendor at certain festivals around town, Cleveland, outside of Cleveland, and then at the open houses at the Cleveland School of Cannabis.
Got you. And do you have like a social media that folks can follow you?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram as Anandamide Apparel.
Okay, got you. Got you. Yeah, I'll make sure to post that in, in the comment section as well, or the captions so that everybody has access to it. Well, I'm happy to have you on here and kind of just want to go through your cannabis journey with you and how you got into the industry, how you've been liking it, how you ended up, with your own business. So the one question I ask everybody is, what age were you when you first used cannabis?
Oh, I was 19.
19. Okay, so you were
Yeah,
actually late, I think, to a lot of the compared to a lot of our guests on there. So,
I was.
so tell us about it. What made you first try cannabis, and in what context was it? Give us the background and the story on how it started.
Oh, I was young, just did it for fun and recreational with my brothers and my cousins. Um, And then, we always had a good time back then. We never knew really why it worked until the school came to Ohio.
Nice. So when you first tried cannabis, you said you were 19. Um, at that time, were you in college? So, like that's like right after high school, right? So,
Yeah.
what were you doing at that time? And when you first tried cannabis, was it something that immediately struck you as, oh, this is something that I would want to do as a career, or did that come later on?
Not at 19, no. No, I'm older. I'm a lot older. So, no.
So, it was just, a recreational thing at the time. Where what did you pursue after high school? Like where was your mind as far as career, what career field you wanted to be in before cannabis came into the picture?
I was actually a medical secretary at the Cleveland Clinic. So I was already in the medical field,
Mhm.
but cannabis was nowhere there, nowhere near anywhere. Um, and then I think when I stopped using cannabis for quite a while, and then when I started using it again, probably 2016, 2017, probably,
Oh,
that's when I knew that, you know, life changes were going to happen.
got you, got you. So 2016, that sounds like right around the time that Ohio was announcing that they were going to introduce a medical marijuana program. So, and it sounds like it's the time that you started using cannabis again. So, so at that time, um, what made it click for you that, okay, I can pursue this as a career? Was it just the announcement that Ohio was going to legalize it, or did you hear something about the school? Like what made you change your mind from, viewing cannabis as, just a recreational product to this is something that I want to do, as a career?
One of my girlfriends attended the Cleveland School of Cannabis, and I was like, oh, that sounds like something I should pursue also. So I did. And then I did want to make it a career, but I had no idea what the cannabis school, what it was about. I had no idea. So I tried it. I went there and then I did my classes. I did want to start a career with cannabis, but I had no idea where to go.
Gotcha. So what year was it when you joined the school?
2019.
2019. Okay. So I think that was right when before we transitioned. So were you at the old building over a couple doors down?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. Yeah, so you're definitely an early adopter. We thank you for that because we didn't even have a grow lab at that time, but we still do
Right.
our best to give people an experience that'd be valuable. So
Yeah.
what program did you take?
I took the dispensary course and I
Okay.
completed that in 6 months because I was eager. I wanted to start a career sooner than later. So I completed it in 6 months. I think I took about 2 classes at a time. And then I did do some weekend classes.
Mhm.
But I attended in-person classes.
Got you. So you took the dispensary program, you finished in 6 months, and you were eager to work in the industry.
Hmm.
And then what happened from there? Did you end up getting a job doing what you wanted to do at that time?
Yeah, I did. The school actually helped me get a job with Bloom Medicinals. They are a dispensary here in Painesville, which is closer to where I live. They did help me get the job there, and I went for my interview and I got called back. Yeah, I got hired at Bloom.
Gotcha. Nice, nice. So you landed the career that you wanted. You did that for a little while. What brings you to the point where you say you want to do your own thing? And yeah, give us the background. So, did you have an apparel background before? What made it click that you were going to do some cannabis apparel? Like, give us the thought process.
Um, I think I worked in the dispensary for a little bit, and then after that, I started working at a t-shirt shop, and it was they encouraged us to do our own thing. And I
Mhm.
was like, well, I have a great idea. Let me run with it. So I did. So I just started designing different things, different artwork, and then we used computer a little bit.
Mhm.
I freehanded some, and then I've worked with a tattoo artist on a couple. So yeah, it's just putting the artwork together, putting it on T-shirts, and then becoming a vendor at different festivities.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, we hear that all the time where people take, something that they're either doing or have done in the past, and then they marry it somehow with cannabis, and it all kind
Yeah,
of comes together. So,
yeah,
do you remember what your first design was? Your first weed related design?
yeah. It was the colored leaf. It's my logo.
Got you. Do you
Yeah,
yeah, you'll have to send that to me so I can show everybody.
I will.
All right, so, sounds good. And then so you went from there, you started to do festivals and stuff like that. Some of the artwork that I saw, um, I love the Cavalier shirt. I wear that or I shouldn't even say it's not a Cavalier shirt, it's a cannabis shirt. But I love that. You've never had any problems with that, have you? Like the Cavs or something? Yeah. I mean, we see that all the time, but just let everybody know, some of the designs they, are correlated to, sports teams, or they'll take
Cleveland,
inspiration
Cleveland
from
Incorporated.
different Cleveland staples and turn it into a cannabis theme. And people love it. I mean, I see them all the time. I know that, people around campus buy them and they wear them, pretty much everywhere they go. As far as selling apparel, if there's anybody else out there who's getting into the apparel side of things, where have you had the most luck selling, your clothes, and what's been the approach that kind of works for you?
Everywhere is different, but I think no matter where I've been, every single one of my designs has sold. So, and I'm I've been to different festivals too, not just cannabis festivals,
Mhm.
and it's a conversation starter. Like when people walk by, they laugh, they point. Everybody walks away with a smile on their face, whether they're cannabis enthusiasts or not. So
Yeah, so do you see that stigma kind of a little bit going away here in Ohio? I know that
I
when we
do.
first started, I remember in that old building that you attended at, they wouldn't even let us put a sign in the window. They made us black out the windows so that nobody could see that we were doing like a cannabis related company, even though we paid a premium to kind of be in the front of that building. So, I think we've come a long way, from people like filing complaints because they see cannabis leaves, to now where you can be at a festival, right? That's not cannabis related, but people are coming up to you and being friendly. So that's
Yeah.
always encouraging to see we kind of come a long way.
Yeah, it has come a long way. I think the stigma is definitely diminishing, but you're still going to have it. Um, yeah.
So what about, so right now, do you do that part-time? Are you still working? Do you have any plans on making that a full-time job, or where are you right now with, with your business and your career?
Right now, I'm trying to build the website. I think that's probably my hardest issue right now is just the website. But everything else runs pretty smoothly.
Okay, so is that your full-time job then?
No.
Yeah, okay, you got another job too. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the entire world right now, right? We're all over the place. I have several jobs too. So um
Yeah.
it's a hustle. Is that though the goal? Do you want to do something, run your own business full time? Is that the ultimate goal here?
Yeah, that is my goal. And I think that once I get online, I can do that full time.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that, that opens up a whole new world of customers to you, and
Right.
that web development is going to be a super important. I don't think just probably your own web development, but also maybe getting, your apparel on some other websites and other platforms maybe too, that you can,
Right.
feature your stuff. So, I mean, you definitely got a great product, so now it's just about kind of dialing in the marketing and getting it to a point where, you can run with it full time.
Correct. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing your story with us. And is there anything else that I didn't get to ask you that you would like to mention?
I just overall the school was a great experience. Working in the dispensary was a great experience. Just networking with different people at the different venues. That's always a good thing because not everybody is, on board with cannabis.
Hmm.
But then when they come to these events with their friends, they're learning. So it's all about education and just trying to break that stigma.
I got it. That reminds me of another question. So, um,
Yeah.
I talk about it all the time. I don't know. Have you ever bought any of the merchandise from CSC, the CSC merchandise, like shirts or
I have
anything?
a couple shirts from them, yes, and a sweatshirt, yeah.
So I try to tell people all the time, but I'm one of the owners, so it doesn't hold as much weight. But how many people come up to you when you're wearing the CSC gear and tell you that they know somebody that went to CSC, or that's amazing, or I can't believe this existed? What does it do for you when you've walked around the community with your Cleveland School of Cannabis stuff?
Yeah. So everything you said has happened. People come up to me and have said everything. We just talk about it, and I always tell them, I'm like, well, I can educate you, or I'm like, what do you want to learn about it,
Hmm.
or just research it before you're going to talk negative about it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's why we always encourage people to get some CSC gear, because it's almost like just a warm introduction to folks in the industry, especially if you're going to some like a cannabis related event. Now it's like well, now you got your own shirt, so you're not going to go represent CSC, but
No, I still wear them.
okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I try to make that point all the time that people need to buy some merch because it's always a warm introduction. And now we're kind of at the point where we have, over 1,000 graduates walking around, working in the industry. So, it's kind of something that everyone has, a lot of people working in the industry have in common, and they see you with that shirt on, and it's kind of like you've known the person for a long time.
Yeah, people are definitely coming up more and more and saying, "Oh, do you know so and so? They went to that school." And I'm like, that was a long time ago, but yeah, it's getting more common, more
Yeah, for sure.
common.
All right. Well, I thank you for your time, and I thank you for putting your trust in the Cleveland School of Cannabis. Glad to see you, starting your own business, and the best of luck, turning that into your full-time job, not just turn it into a full-time job, but, hopefully thriving and creating other full-time jobs for other people in the future. I think you definitely got a great product. You got a great work ethic. Obviously, you see the value in education. That's always important. So I would just encourage you to continue educating yourself on your current path, with apparel and online sales. And I'm sure that you'll have a ton of success.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, have a good day.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye.